Shock.
So that one also said that you said no.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Love Island controversies.
What did I say?
Something about, there's alarm bells ringing. Because, I'm a bit materialistic, guys. I don't know if you know.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the biggest controversies and scandals to hit the villa. Let us know in the comments whether you watch Love Island religiously or can't stand it. Number 10. Firemen. In 2018, Love Island put on a sexy fireman challenge. The boys were all pitted against each other to do a firefighter-themed obstacle course.
Oh look, it's Fireman Sam! And Fireman Idris, Fireman Alex, Fireman Jack, you get the idea.
But the London Fire Brigade took massive issue with this and slammed ITV online. They said the challenge, watched by millions of Brits, purveyed unwanted stereotypes about their profession, as well as using the outdated term fireman instead of firefighter. The LFB said the term had already been changed way back in the 1980s.
Next, he kicks down the door and rescues a girl he's been coupled up with. He then scoops his girl up in a fireman's lift and carries her across the stage, all while being squirted by fire hoses.
They also said that if the girls had been made to dress up as sexy nurses, there would have been an outrage, and it's double standards not to treat the boys the same way.
I think they're the sexiest trade, like standing there a little bit dirty, got their helmets on. I loved it.
Number 9. Gaslighting. Love Island puts relationships and human interactions under a microscope like no other, and every so often, it looks as if someone's not behaving properly on the show.
I'm doing this for every girl that's been played by a playboy and has been feeling the way I feel today.
That's what happened to Adam Collard in the 2018 series, when he was widely criticised, including by charity Women's Aid, for gaslighting Rosie Williams.
Well, clearly it is, because you've told everyone else and not me, so if it was my problem, maybe you should have come and have a chat with me first.
Everybody else, have I?
Well, everyone knows.
When Collard started trying his luck with new girl Zara, his existing partner Rosie got upset. Cue him telling her nothing had been going on and she was overreacting.
I've done nothing to you.
It was an honest opinion about where we're at.
He later returned to the show in 2022 and again earned the ire of Women's Aid, who thought ITV had made the wrong call. Number 8. Malia arrives. Her explosive debut is now the stuff of legend, as Malia Atkin found herself booted from the villa after just a few hours.
Malia, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hi, babes, you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
The cause? A bust-up she had with fellow contestant Katie McDermott.
And I deliberately sat down next to Scott's date because I didn't want her thinking that I was annoyed with her. Because I wasn't annoyed with her.
The problem was that Malia immediately went on a date with Scott, who was coupled with Katie, but it later came out that Malia's exit was caused by a physical fight between them. Katie spilt something on her by mistake, and Malia lost it, causing this enormous fighting match.
You're a oh, shit.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, I literally took it out of my hand.
In the aftermath of the show, Malia said she struggled with the public scrutiny, but didn't hesitate to send Katie plenty of unpleasant tweets herself.
Next thing you know, she's full on shoved me.
Do not hit a girl!
Number 7. Danny Dyer. Jack Finchman and Danny Dyer were easily Series 4's strongest couple, going on to win and being coupled up from the very beginning.
If you love someone, which she loves me as well, you just have to trust it. You know.
However, the show's producers wanted to rock the boat, so they enlisted Ellie Jones, Jack's ex-girlfriend, to enter the villa on day 26.
It was on and off, since 2016, I think. Oh my God.
Danny was shown Jack's reaction to seeing his ex, presumably without being warned, and broke down in tears, thinking their time together was over. It wasn't in the end, and ITV was hit with thousands of Ofcom complaints for their attempts to upset the contestants enough to keep the ratings high.
When did I say you were? I'm just saying you've come over like I'm the worst person in the world.
I'm not acting like you're the worst. I've said to you what's shit about.
Viewers said ITV wasn't taking its responsibilities as a broadcaster seriously enough. Number 6. Smoking. Since the 2000s, smoking has become increasingly regulated not just in the UK, but worldwide. However, there was still a designated smoking area for Love Islanders, when the show was revived in 2015.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie about something so serious we did.
Why was it taking you so long?
If Islanders smoked in their day-to-day lives, they were allowed to continue and given 20 cigarettes a day.
Me and Ken were in the bed next to you and I did not hear a single thing.
How was it though? As in, like, do you feel a bit closer to it?
But after a few years, it was decided by ITV that the Islanders wouldn't be allowed to smoke on screen anymore, probably because they didn't want to get accused of glorifying the habits.
Stuff, I'm just glad we have now because I know all the stuff I'm going to teach him already.
Why, was he not that good?
Islanders are still allowed to smoke or vape, but they have to be accompanied by a member of the production team and make sure they're not on camera. Number 5, intelligence. Time and time again, the Love Island contestants have been called out for their supposed lack of intelligence.
Essex is a continent.
No, it's a county.
Oh, what, a country?
A county.
What's the difference between a county and a country?
The most notable and loudest critic of the show has always been Piers Morgan, who got a group of them onto GMB in 2018 to quiz them.
If you go on a plane and go to another place, that's still United Kingdom, isn't it?
Depends where. Where do you want to go?
So Spain.
That's not United Kingdom. That's Europe.
Piers brought up a highlight reel of Hayley Hughes' choicest moments in the villa and wouldn't drop the issue, even when the contestants brought up that some of their fellow Islanders were doctors and engineers. However, the tables were turned against Piers when he asked her what Pythagoras' theorem to the nearest 5 decimal places is, and then rattled off pi instead.
Do you know the Pythagoras theorem to the nearest 5 decimal places?
3.147 is certainly the first 4 digits.
So,
Number 4, lie detector.
Alex is taking the lie detector test, and he's loving every minute of it. Will someone turn that machine off?
We're not talking about a specific instance of the lie detector's use, but rather the lie detector's presence in the show in general. In the early seasons, contestants would often be wired up to the machine and grilled on their feelings for the other Islanders as another way for ITV to steer the pot.
You said yes, and the lie detector said...
However, following the tragic death of Steve Diamond on the Jeremy Kyle show, also made by ITV, when he failed a lie detector test, the segment was axed from Love Island as well.
You just failed, like, are you emotionally attracted in the villa? Apparently that was a lie. Do you have real feelings towards Olivia? Apparently that was a lie. Do you see a future with Olivia? That was a lie too.
The simple fact is that lie detectors are massively unreliable, and the tests aren't even admissible as evidence in court. Number 3, Faye Winter and Teddy Soares.
Will, if I want to speak to everyone else about my problems and not you, guess what? I'm going to speak.
Problem.
It's not our problem, it's a you problem.
Their time in the villa was marred with controversy thanks to their constant rows. Barely a day went by in Series 7 that Teddy and Faye weren't at each other's throats, and the other Islanders began to dread what might happen when they were in the same room.
Scream at me, I want to speak to you, so speak.
But I don't want to speak to you because right now, you look like a two-faced prick.
However, a few years on, and Faye and Teddy are still together outside the show. Faye said in interviews that the problems in the villa were a result of her own insecurities and how she didn't want to let down her walls.
How am I the bad guy here? I honestly, you know, someone needs to tell me. I'm trying to understand it. I'm really, really trying to understand it. But
beyond the TV environment, and it appears things are a lot calmer, thankfully. Number 2, Miss GB.
What's up, sir? What's up?
What's wrong?
In 2016, Zara Holland, serving as Miss Great Britain in the country's oldest beauty pageant at the time, was unceremoniously stripped of her title after a very public mishap.
Well, they've taken my title off me.
Took the title off you?
Yeah. What? They've done a statement and stuff.
She made the mistake of sleeping with fellow contestant Alex Bowen, which caused the pageant to say that she was unfit to represent the country, removing her title and handing it to the runner-up.
Then I did, and I won, and I worked so hard. And now I've just one stupid, silly mistake.
While lots of people thought Holland shouldn't have spent the night with Bowen, others called out the pageant, already an outdated institution, for, quote, slut-shaming, saying that in this day and age, she didn't do anything wrong.
I just feel like people are going to judge me.
No, you're not. No one's going to judge you.
Number 1. Deaths. But for all the fun and games that seem to go on inside the villa, in recent years, Love Island has become notorious for the number of deaths associated with it.
You said that the Mike that we saw on screen was very different to the Mike that you knew, and that he was misunderstood in many ways.
2 former contestants, Mike Thalasitis and Sophie Graden, as well as former presenter Caroline Flack and Graydon's ex-boyfriend Aaron Armstrong, took their own lives in the wake of the show.
The 40-year-old TV presenter of Love Island, Caroline Flack, has died. Her family have announced the news a short while ago.
These tragedies called into question ITV's aftercare standards and the effects of social media on people. Love Island itself has so far survived, but the show has taken more precautions and now reminds people to think before they post hurtful comments about the contestants.
Do you know what? He did go through a really rough time, November, December time, and I know he was really, really struggling, and that's when I thought, oh my goodness, I feel like something bad's going to happen.
The gutter presses have been condemned for their roles in the tragedies as well. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.